One of the biggest pricing mistakes we see sellers make, trusting online estimates like Zillow's estimate as a starting point for pricing their home. It's tempting, right? It's quick, it's easy, and it gives you a number instantly. But here's the truth, estimates don't actually know your home. They don't see your upgrades, your condition, or what makes your home different from the one next door. If you're thinking about selling and you've been wondering, is my estimate really accurate? You need to hear this.
Pricing, like all other real estate adventures, doesn't have to be overwhelming. We here at the Connie Taylor Group are here to break it down so you can move forward with confidence, ready to take the next step. Let's get into it.
Zillow's algorithm offers a simple solution. It gives you a number fast, based on recent sales, square footage, and location, on the service that feels helpful. It's data driven, it looks official, and it's updated constantly. But here's the problem. Zestimates don't see your home. They don't know you added a new roof last year, or that your kitchen was remodeled with custom cabinetry, or that the home down the street sold 50,000 over asking because of a bidding war, not because it was actually worth that much. They also don't factor in things like layout flow, whether your home backs up to a noisy road, or a great private green belt, or even something as simple as natural light. Zillow can't calculate the condition, upgrades, curb appeal, or how your home feels when you walk in. And that's what buyers actually respond to. So while this estimate might be a starting point, it's not the full picture. In fact, it could be off by tens of thousands either way. And trusting it blindly, that's where sellers get into trouble.
When sellers rely on an online estimate, they often end up overpricing or underpricing, and either one can cost in ways that aren't always obvious. Overpricing your home means it sits on the market, interest fades quickly, and the longer it sits, the more buyers start to assume something's wrong. It goes from just listed to what's the issue, faster than you think. And when you're forced to drop the price, it can spark doubt rather than interest. Pricing reductions tend to invite low offers, not strong ones. Underpricing, on the other hand, can lead to a fast sale, but it doesn't always mean a good one. You might walk away with less than your home is truly worth, especially if the price didn't reflect recent upgrades or what buyers are currently paying in your neighborhood. Getting the price right from day one isn't about picking a number that sounds good. It's about strategy. Context, local insights, conditions, timing, those are the elements that drive a successful sale. It's not about guessing, it's about pricing to create momentum and attract the right buyers right away.
We recently worked with a seller who was leaning heavily on their estimate, which showed their home at $475,000. They were ready to list right there, thinking it was fair and backed by data, but we asked to take a closer look. After walking the home in person, reviewing recent buyer behavior in their specific neighborhood, we saw more opportunity. We recommended pricing at $499,000, strategically just below a major search threshold, but higher than what Zillow suggested. We also prepped the home for market, adjusting a few staging details, updated the listing narrative, and launched with intentional timing. The result, multiple offers within the first weekend. The home sold for over $512,000. That's $37,000 over the estimate. That didn't happen by accident. It happened because we built a pricing plan based on real-world insight and buyer psychology. Zillow missed it, but strategy didn't. The result, multiple offers in the first weekend, and it closed at $512,000. Zillow was off by almost $40,000. And the only reason they didn't leave that money on the table was because we built a real pricing strategy around what buyers actually value.
Exactly. So, what do we look at that Zillow can't? Recent comparable sales, adjusted for conditions, not just square footage and zip code, buyer demand, patterns in your specific area, what's moving fast, what's sitting and why, seasonal timing and local market momentum, because spring is one zip code, looks like something very different in another. Features that actually drive offers like layout, flow, natural light, staging, outdoor space, and yes, even paint color. We also walk your home in person and our service home checkup. That part matters. We don't just ask what's here. We ask, how will this home feel to a buyer walking in for the first time? Does it invite them in? Does it highlight the right features? Is there anything distracting from the value? A pricing strategy isn't just about picking a number that sounds competitive. It's about setting the stage to create buyer urgency. It's about positioning your home so it stands out, draws strong interest fast, and gets to your goal within seconds of guessing. Pricing is one part of data, but one part presentation and one part local instinct. And getting that balance right can change your entire outcome.
Shelley is so right. Online estimates are a starting point, not a strategy. They can give you general ideas, but they do not know your home, your market, or your goals. If you're thinking about selling, don't rely on an algorithm to tell you what your biggest asset is worth. This isn't a one-click decision. It's your equity, your timeline, and it's your future. We take the time to walk through your home in person, understand what makes it unique, and pair that with real-time market data to create a pricing strategy that's grounded and customized. One that's designed not just to list your home, but to sell it with confidence. Because the price isn't about guessing, it's about planning.
If this was helpful, make sure to subscribe for more talk on real estate. We break down what actually matters so you can make smart, confident moves without the noise, because we're here to take the stress out of real estate. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, and when you're ready to sell smart, we're ready to help. Let's build your plan together. Give us a call at 806-414-2750.